Hey, YouTubes! I'm back. Von Naya here with another video. The video today, well, I want to be like everyone else. I want to talk about the Kirk guy. Everyone else is doing it. My turn. Charles Kirk. I don't know, man. You know, for about 5 minutes, I was sad. I was like, oh, it sucks. Kind of agreed with a lot of what this dude said. That's very unfortunate. It was a little bit sadder than that, but... and something just kept, like, in the back of my head. Go to your communities. Go to your communities. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. It is September 10th. It is September 10th. You know how it be on September. A day after, 1 or 2 days after your birthday. I'm a September 9th baby. Boy, do things happen near my birthday. I was born September 9th. Which would be 9/9. Which I never, ever understood 88776655 that those are portal days. I never, you know what though? They don't teach this crap in school. This real life crap that they should have taught me in school. Yeah. So I guess it turns out 9/9's like a big deal. Well, I knew because me, I'm born. But apparently it has huge, bigger, way bigger implications as far as energy that starts on 9/9. It's a portal that opens up and because of that, the powers that be that control this spinning ball in space, that traps us, they use the opening of 9/9 to do weird things that impact us, impact our lives for a very long time. You know, when the powers that be decided to, you know, take down buildings in New York. You know, that affected a lot of people. It still affects us to this day. So, you know, because we see these type of things in movies, we just think, oh, someone wrote that. That's not true. And no, it's actually true. So, you know, when that happened, I had to think, wait a minute. Is this look here, not over there? Is this to really overshadow 9/11? Is this a new 9/11? Like, my brain just starts going in overdrive. So, you know, I go to my usual suspects in the community of conspiring thoughts want to know. Sure enough, the conspiring thoughts want to know experts were able to find things in the video, in the footage, in the whole situation. Things that are just like, is this another one of those planned things? Damn it! They got 5 minutes of my energy! And that's basically what I've learned within the past 5 years, starting from 2020, is that we, just like in the Matrix, just like in the movie The Matrix, we really are, I mean, I don't know if we're in pods and liquid, but the emotions we have inside of us, regardless of what they are, anger, well, I guess, no. they feed off the negative energies. And so they do things. They do things. And things that hurt us, things that make us not happy, and they feed off of that. And so that's why a lot of the mass stuff that happens, it's because of that. And they're just trying to get their fix, which is like, how lame is that? You need your fix of negativity? Holy smokes. So, now, I'm not particularly saying that that's what happened in this case. What I am saying is, shit ain't adding up, just like all the other stuff where shit didn't add up. 25 years in entertainment industry, 15 of those was stage manager. I know a show when I see one. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to catch on that I was watching a show, but now I can see it. And it helps having a visual community, just standing by to just tear whatever piece of video apart. Like minds, thank God for them. It's tough, but I definitely don't want to be part of the crowd that just eats up whatever I'm told. And I have to always maintain that spirit, and it's tough to do so, especially when you're like-minded, or I don't know, someone maybe you identified with is attacked, or just this whole entire situation. And it shows me even more so that that humans know this and are willing to manipulate these emotions to get what they want. I'm over it. I'm over it. And now I'm turning this into a game. This is a game now. Let's see how fast I can pick up on how fake this was. And all I can say is, you really do have to understand the day and age and the world you live in. You live in a day and a world and an age where, they can take anybody's likeness and make and generate a video and voice of them saying things they never said, doing things they never did. This is the era we live in. And I guess it would be safe to say to just not believe anything. You have to put that as your default program in your brain right now. Even things that seem real or are real, you have to question now these things. You have to question every video you watch. This video could be fake. You have to question this video. If Jesus comes down right now, you have to question it. You just can't believe anything anymore. You just can't. For instance, me, crypto. I love crypto. I'm all into it. I have a lot of it. Can't wait for it to just explode. I have to reserve at least 25% This could be a scam. I mean, I've been scammed in the crypto world, and the lessons I've learned have helped me stay out of scams and not be scammed. So I'm doing well as that part, but you never know. The whole thing could be a scam. Again, the government, I don't trust it at all. I've never trusted the government. Ever. But COVID, wow. I didn't think I could not trust the government anymore. COVID took it to another level. I was like, oh, you guys are real still doing that shit, huh? Is this the tea all over again? So, definitely, definitely have to maintain the composure of everything is fake. Everything is fake. It's all fake. Every single part of it, fake. I just have to. And you should do the same. Because if you don't, your emotions are going to continue to be manipulated and played with. Definitely experienced that and recognized it. Not quick enough, but I recognized it. And yeah, I very well know that the next situation might be realer than real, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm not sure. But that's not my fault. You can't blame me. That's the government's fault for being dicks and doing all this. You know, and is it my government? I mean, it's not my government, but is it the government? Was it infiltrated? Does it need to be infiltrated to do this shit? But I can answer that question myself just based on the knowledge I now have. You see, when COVID, I really researched, like, freedoms and stuff like that. A lot of people who have been living a free life, and when I mean by free life, like they understood something I was like, which was how governments and systems work. Bureaucracies, which ones were put in place, why and how, blah blah blah. And a lot of these people discovered that we are each walking individual corporations of the government of United States and all other countries, but in this one, the government in Washington, D.C. devised a way to make money off of each and every one of us, and not just taxes. The taxes is a total cover story, so you don't catch on to this. But there's a literal corporation on your name that Washington, D.C. is running. It's running. And every debt you incur is really money for them. Not only is it money for them, but they can make more money off of that debt. They could then sell that debt and make money. It's called the UCC code, and I'm learning it right now. And I'm just blown away. I'm blown away. But you see, this information isn't going to be everywhere. They don't want anybody to know this stuff. But it is there. And for me, I feel like a lot of people are discovering this. And a lot of people are trying to utilize this. And I think the government is waking up, or not waking up, is understanding that we're waking up. We're looking for alternatives. And the more of us that learn this system, the less control they have. I mean, how can you control a person who's using their own corporation with infinite money in that corporation they never knew they had through the treasury? Once you find this out and you utilize the bureaucracy and paperwork needed to access that money from the treasury and pay for a house, a car, a business, everything you need through trusts, utilizing the corporation created in your name through the government. If everybody understood this and just utilized the treasury to pay for everything that they need in their life, who would go to work? And if no one goes to work, and even more so now that no one's here anymore from other countries to do the jobs. And the thing is, the reason why they got rid of those people is because, yeah, those people don't understand the system I'm talking about. And those people, there was never a corporation created for them because they weren't born here. This corporation is created under your name through the government, for the government, the minute you're born. And it's only done when you're born here. It's the first step of it is your birth certificate and your social security number. Once that's created, that's it. That business is off and running. So, a lot of us have millions of dollars under our name and don't even know it. And you can't just look it up either because it's in the Treasury Department. So, I think, I think they don't want people to really understand that. They don't want people looking for it. They want all of us to just be on the edge. Just edge. And they want us to be on the edge. They want us to not be able to think things through properly. To just, go off emotions, decision after decisions. And it's always a bad formula. You gotta think things through, And it's just like when you get a ticket, an unfair ticket that you know is unfair and you should fight, but it's gonna take longer to fight it than to just pay it, right? It's that kind of a situation. And if you're overworked, underpaid, tired, you're just gonna pay it. So, all of this stuff is really a distraction. There's others who are saying that it's prophecy fulfilled. Maybe. A lot of people are saying that September 23rd, Jesus is coming back. And, as much as I'd love Jesus to come back, when you people set these dates, it's pretty discouraging. Not because Jesus doesn't come back, but yeah. It's just that, how many times are you people going to do this? And not only that, can you just understand that possibly this is a date that's just been programmed into your head? There's tons and tons and tons of video evidence of Hollywood just really massively throwing that date in our head. And if Hollywood's throwing that date in your head, well then whatever does happen on 9/23, Hollywood's behind it. Some will say, well, yeah, they're behind it because they know. So you're telling me Hollywood knew when Jesus was going to come back before the people who actually follow and talk to Jesus? There's people walking this earth right now that talk to Jesus daily. Jesus may not say, hey, what's up? Jesus talks to them in dreams, through people, through the Bible. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying, yeah, this does happen. I'm saying this happens because it happens to me. Now, I think it's Jesus. It could be Satan. I don't know. What I do know is, I think it's Jesus. I say Jesus' name. I have an intimate conversation with this dude. I talk about things that are oppressing me, or that are maybe giving me anxiety, or making me think a lot. I ask for answers, or a way out, or help. And it comes through in a couple days. That's the best way I could explain it. Shoot, it could be something else out there. I don't know. And they're just like, I'm okay with you calling me Jesus. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even say Jesus. I just say, yo, pal. So, all I know is you can't believe anything you see, and you can't believe anything you hear. You can't even believe this video. I'm telling you, I could be a generated robot. I could be telling you a lie. I'm just saying, all you're going to be able to understand and believe is what you feel. And you know what? I'm going to admit, that's scary. That's a scary thought, to go on how you feel inside. You know? But in the age that we live in, man, it feels like that's all you got. If you can't trust what you're seeing and hearing, what other senses can you go on? You're just going to have to trust yourself. And if there's these little feelings that say, this doesn't seem right, you got to go on that. You can't keep going with everyone else's conclusions. If there's a little feeling inside of you that's like, this doesn't seem right, you got to go with that. You just got to go with that. But that little feeling has never steered me wrong. And every time I did not listen to that little feeling, man, was it disastrous for me. There's this little feeling saying, hey, I think your uncle's a piece of shit. I think Uncle Hector might be a piece of shit. I'll ignore it. Whoa, was that a huge mistake? So, you gotta go with your little feelings. That's all you're gonna have, and I really want you to trust those little feelings. That's all you got. And you're gonna have to trust those feelings more so than ever. People are talking about 3 days of darkness. I don't know what to tell you about that. People are saying AI Atlas is Jesus on his Jesus city. It's going to block out the sun, and there's 3 days. I don't know about that. They're saying the internet's going to go out, or EMP and no electricity. That's a possibility. And it may not be Jesus. Maybe it may be God using someone else to do that. So, I don't know. You just really have to trust yourself. And if it is a 3 day of darkness, yeah, just stay inside. Don't open no doors. Not even for family. And if anybody in my family is watching this video, don't come here. I ain't gonna open the door for you. And if you see me outside your house, don't open the door for me. I wouldn't be coming for help for you anyway. I wouldn't be asking you for help. So don't open the door. And don't come here. Because I ain't going to open the door for you. So, good luck out there. I mean, they say it's prophecy fulfilled. If it is, even if it's fake, even if Kirk is walking around right now without a wedding ring. If people are pushing for prophecy and forcing prophecy to happen, I don't know. Is it still prophecy? If it's forced? If it's faked? If it's faked prophecy, how does the real thing come down the pike? And if this is faked, how do I know that the prophecy at the end, how do I know that's not fake? I'm telling you, people, can't believe anything. And that's what you gotta do. Don't believe a fucking thing. You gotta question everything. I'm sorry, Jesus. When you come down here, I have no choice. But see, Jesus knows. Jesus knows I'm not going to trust whatever I see. But see, that's the thing. I'm not worried about that. What if I trust the wrong Jesus? I'm not worried about that. I know that I'm not going off whatever I see as Jesus is saying to me. I know I'm going to go off of what I feel. And if I don't feel anything, no good, no bad, I'm not going to trust that. I want a bad or a good feeling. I'm not going to take in the middle. I'll shut down. I won't say nothing. I'll go to sleep. I don't know. But just stay strong. Just know that we're in the days where we are going to be tempted like a mofo. People are going to come at us. People are going to lie to us. People are going to attack us. I've already been attacked. I'm being gang stalked. And I don't fucking care. I think... what's in here? I don't have time. I'm being gang stalked. I'm sorry. Maybe one day I can be. Alright. This is video. Gotta go. Late.